Hello and welcome to today's class. We have this equation before us here. Bracket x plus 1 close bracket open, x plus 3 close bracket open, x plus 5 close bracket, times our bracket open, x plus 7 close bracket equal to 9. What is the value of x? Now, if you check this, we have to solve this carefully. We have to use this to open this, use the answer from it to open this or through, right? But that will take us a longer time. And here we are asked not to expand. So how do you solve this challenge without expanding? So let's take our solution from here. So we have solution. All right. Now, the first thing we're going to do is to find the average of the terms we have as constants. So the average here, we have our 1, yeah, 1, right? The plus, the next figure is 3, the next one is 5, and the next one is 7, right? Good. This is all over. How many of them? We have 4 of them. So this is going to give us 4. So let's add up everything here. So if we add up, yeah, this will give us 4. Yeah, plus 5 will give us 9. Then 9 plus 7 will give us 16 all over our 4. And if you use 4 to divide 16, that will give us our 4. Right? Good. So with this 4 we have here, we're going to make a simple substitution. So we're going to say put, this time around, let's say P, okay? So put P will equal to our x plus 4. So in other words, we want to equate each of these quantities we have here into, equate it to this. And so let's take the first one. So for this, going to give us our x plus 1 is equal to our x plus 4 equal to our p, right? And so this will go with this. If you move this to this side, this is going to give us our 4 minus our 1. This is equal to our p. And there we're going to end up having p is equal to our 3. 3, right? Good. So if I move if I move 3 back here, it's going to give us p minus our 3. Okay, so let's keep this. This is what we're going to put in place of the position of this x plus 1, right? Good. Now, if we repeat the same procedure, which is what we did here for this, and this, then we're going to have our equation coming up to give us, we cannot say here, this now implies that we're going to have our p minus 3 close bracket, then we have bracket p minus 1 close bracket p plus 1 close bracket p plus 3, the close bracket, everything will now be equal to 9, right? Yeah, I took that to substitute into the first, second, and after simplification, this is what I came up with, like what I did in this place here. Okay, now with what we have here, you discover that we have p minus 3 and we have p plus 3. We have p minus 1, we have p plus 1. So we can use this to multiply this. And so this is multiply its own conjugate. And this will also multiply its own conjugate. So if we apply the law of multiplication of conjugate, what's going to come up here, we're going to have our p, then to the power of 2, then minus our 9, close bracket, then bracket, our p to the power of 2 minus 1, close bracket, everything will be equal to 9 here. I believe there's no confusion. And if we go ahead to open up this bracket here, then we're going to have our p to the power of 4, then minus 10, p to the power of 2, then plus our 9 equal to our 9 on this other side. Now, because we're having 9 here, we are having 9 here, and so they will leave the system. So when they cancel out, we are now left with our p to the power of 4, then minus 10, p to the power of 2 equal to 0. We can just factor out p to the power of 2 from the system. So we're going to have p to the power of 2, the bracket. If we use this to divide this, we are left with p to the power of 2 minus 10 equal to our 0. So if we apply the 0 property here, this is going to give us our p to the power of 2 is equal to 0. Then on this other side, we're going to have our p to the power of 2 minus 10 is equals to 0. So we now have p to the power of 2 equal to our 10. Take the square root of both sides. We're going to have p is equals to the square root, which is plus minus our 10. Right? Good. So we have three values for our p from this solving. But we have to look for the value of x since we do not have p in the original equation. And so let's continue here. We recall where we said let p be equal to x plus 4. So from here we now say recall that we said p is equal to x plus our 4. So if p is equal to x plus 4, we're going to take the first case scenario. Okay, mind you, since our p square is equals to 0, so we automatically have p is equals to 0 here. Okay, if we square both sides of the equation, that will give us 0. Okay, now from here, we now take our case 1. Case 1. Where's our case 1? Our case 1 is when p is equal to 0. So when our p is equal to 0, then we now put in our equation. So we have x plus our 4 equal to 0. So subtract 4 from both sides of the equation. So we're going to have x. Therefore, x1 is equal to minus 4. So this is the first value of p that will satisfy that expression. Now let's take our second case here now. So we have case 2. What is our case 2? Our case 2, we're going to take the positive value of our p here. So we're going to have when p, this is when p is equal to the square root of 10. And so we're going to have our x plus 4 is equal to the square root of 10. And so subtract 4 from both sides is going to give us x. Therefore, x2 will now be equal to minus 4, then minus the square root of our 10. This is the value of our second x. All right, so we have our case 3. So we have case 3. This is now when our what am I doing here? So we'll move this to this side. This is going to give us positive. Please pardon. Right. So when our p is equal to negative root 10, and so we're going to have our equation again, x plus our 4 is equal to negative root 10. Then move this to this side, we're going to have our x, therefore, which is x3, will now be equal to our negative 4, then minus square root of 10. Okay, now we can rewrite this as our minus into our 4, then plus our root 10. So this is another format or another way of rewriting the third root. So these are the three values of x that satisfy the original equation. So without expounding, today we have this beautiful exponential equation. And the question reads, bracket open x minus 1, close bracket, raised to the power of x equal to 9 to the power of 2. What is the value of x here? Okay, so how do we solve this? So we take our first step, which is our solution. Okay, now the question again is our bracket open x, then minus 1, all raised to the power of x. This is equal to 9 to the power of 2. Now in this question, we're going to use a simple trick in algebra, which is not commonly known. And so I urge you to stay from the beginning to the end of this class so that you get details of some of the tricks or hints to solving exponential equations of this kind. Now, we know that the right hand side of the equation could be written as our 9 times 9. Okay, so let's go ahead and rewrite the left hand side of the equation. So we're going to have our bracket open x minus 1 close bracket all raised to the power of x. This is equal to our 9 times our 9. Okay, now we have to break 9 to the simplest form, which is our 3 to the power of 2, right? So we're going to end up having this to be our 3 to the power of 2 times our 3 to the power of 2. Here we're going to apply a simple law in indices, which says that when you have your a, yes, you have your a all raised to the power of your m, then times a to the power of n, so this is equal to your a to the power of your m plus n. Okay, so if we apply this law, then we can rewrite everything here. So we're going to have this to be our 3 all raised to the power of 4. Okay, having done this, remember we have our quantity on this other side, which is our bracket open x minus 1 all raised to the power of x. Okay, yeah, we just have to apply a simple trick. And what is that trick? The trick is this. Whatever we have in here, look at we are having a variable x minus 1 raised to that same variable. And so we think of rewriting this right-hand side of the equation to give us a particular number minus 1 raised to that same number. And we know that our 3 could be written as 4 minus our 1, right? We can rewrite 3 in that format. So let's go ahead and rewrite that. So we're going to have our bracket open x minus 1 plus bracket raised to the power of x is equals to our 4, then minus 1 all raised to the power of our 4. So what does it imply? If we compare, it means that x is equals to 4, or our x minus 1 equal to 4 minus our 1. So if we go ahead to do that, so by comparison, so we now have our x minus 1 is equals to 4 minus 1. Add 1 to both sides of the equation. We're going to have x, the minus 1 plus 1 is equals to 4 minus 1, then plus our 1. So this will leave, this will leave. So we now have our x is equal to 4. So 4 is the beautiful answer that satisfies this original equation.